How to overcome the barriers to communication in the workplace. But first, what is communication barrier? Communication barrier implies any form of hindrance in the flow of communication. Here are the some unconscious barriers. 3 major systemic barriers. Barrier number 1. Focusing on one way or my way. Solution. Two-way communication. Incorporate methods for feedback from the receiver. Confirm that the message was understood. Allow for questions and clarification. Barriers number 2. Failing to consider the environment. Solution. Plan different approaches for different needs and situations. Most workplaces have physical challenges that can impact communication, such as noisy machines, visual distractions, and so on. Use a variety of different communication tools and channels to get your message across effectively. You need to use different approaches with different groups. Barriers number 3. A history of close culture. If there has been a history of people being labeled as troublemakers for bringing up difficult issues, chances are that employees will keep concerns to themselves, perhaps festering and affecting morale. Situation number 3. Building trust. Changing organizational culture to encourage diverse perspectives and expressing differences of opinion. It requires strong change leadership. Implement organizational change. Like any other change, improving communication takes good planning and implementation. Break down your goals. Review frequently and adapt as you go. There are 5 measures to overcome the communication barriers. The first one is use language that fits the audience. Do not try to impress the audience by using the language and words that may be distorted by the listener. Speak and explain all the issues as straightforwardly as possible. Next, get feedback from the receivers. Ask them what they understood from the message and how they see it. Proper feedback helps in improving the communication process. The third one is use the right communication channel. It is very vital for effective communication. Use email for its proper purpose. Do a face-to-face meeting if it is possible. It is much better to have a clear understanding. Be a good listener. It is necessary to solve problems inside the workplace. Concentrate on what other person is saying. To overcome all the communication barriers, you should try to be a good listener too. And lastly, be respectful. In the workplace, it requires patience, understanding, and conscientiousness. Make sure that you never raise your voice or over-enunciate while communicating with someone. Talk clearly instead of forcefully and lower instead of louder. There are other ways to overcome barriers to communication. Employee orientation. Developing good interpersonal relation. Use proper language and dialect. And use of proper body language and gestures.